Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Wait. Are we back or we're starting?
No, okay, well,
Technically, yeah,
we're
starting.
back.
This
and
is
we're
official.
starting.
We're back and we're starting.
We'll let y'all know about that later.
All right.
Are we putting our dirty laundry
Hey,
in the
guys.
streets?
Hey,
So what's
guys.
up, everybody? This is Tell the Truth. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that like button, then that subscribe button.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And this week, we're talking about music. I am Selected with the Y on all my social handles. That's SYLECTED.
Man, yeah, we got Beloved right here. You know, beloved by all, hated by many. You know, that's what it is.
I love you. King Kenjamin right here, as
Yo.
always. Living holy, one day at a time.
Rashard Dabney. RASHARD.
Not unique
D-A-B-E-D-Y.
whatsoever. Easy Google
And,
search.
Yeah, easy. Instagram, simple. First name, last name, boom.
I actually messed his last name up looking for
Yeah.
him on Instagram.
He used to call me Darby.
Yeah.
I did
Darby.
that too. I'm so
So,
sorry.
Yeah, he's
did
very
too.
bad with
I did.
But it's okay.
Crazy.
Getting better.
It's Dabney.
So it's
Just for anybody out
2020.
there.
It's a brand new year. Blessings to you and all
Welcome
your
to a new
family.
decade.
Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll just go ahead
All
and get
that,
that out the
all
way.
that.
Now it's a new year. We've gone through 10 years of not only, great friendships, growing experiences. We've also gone through 10 years of really good music. So what we're about to do right now is we're going to get into a Mount Rushmore for hip hop specifically. So I'm going to start
Maybe
first.
his is hip hop. I'm just getting my Mount Rushmore in general, but go ahead, bro. Kill him.
That's true. I think I'm going to go for mine with hip hop.
Okay? No, that's totally fine. Just stay right there.
I'm just going to stand right in front of
Okay,
John.
I like that.
But no, the Mount Rushmore for me, I'm definitely gonna go with four of my favorite rappers, hip hop artists. It's definitely gonna be Kung Fu Kenny, Kendrick Lamar. Definitely gonna have to be J. Cole.
Any specific order, or just you're just throwing it out?
I'm just throwing it out.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out. Big Crit. I'm a huge fan of how he
Big
keeps
Crit.
Southern rap real. And number 4 was a real
gonna be in there.
tough one
That's
for
gonna
me.
be no.
That's gonna be a real tough one for me. So my 4 is like a lot, but I'm gonna go with Jay-Z. I'm gonna go with Jay-Z.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like that.
You always gotta pay
I
respect
like how
to
you
Hov.
start off with
You
Kendrick
gotta
too,
respect it.
because in my eyes, number 1 all time to me. But we're just gonna keep it in between a decade. And so it's Kendrick,
Okay.
J. Cole,
Okay,
Isaiah Rashad. I don't know if he's on TD with Kendrick. Yeah,
I heard about it.
Never even heard
And-
of Isaiah Rashad.
Neither have I.
Sounds like you just made him up. You like put
I
Isaiah
definitely-
right
I
in
just
front
like
of your
Rashad,
name.
yeah, right?
You just like
It's like
Rashad.
let's
yeah,
say
Rashad.
real
Rashad.
self-centered, dog.
And then my next one, it has to be Drake.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Drake.
About
I like
time.
he's,
All right.
You
All
going
right.
for it?
You go ahead. Take it. The
Okay.
batoon's yours. The batoon's yours.
Top 4. Okay, no specific order. It's actually technically it is specific. But whatever. Anyways, it's Drake, J.
Okay.
Cole, Fab, and Jay-Z.
Fab.
They're all relatable in some cases. Not when
Can
they
I ask why
flex their
Fab?
money. Fab because he's relatable in all certain situations, like situationships, them slicks. That was good.
I
Friendlies.
like Fab too.
You know
He's
what I'm
got
saying?
a
He'll talk
Soul
about.
Tape is definitely Soul Tape.
That's what
1,
I'm saying.
2, and
He'll
3,
talk
you feel me?
about like.
But is it
certain
because you
grimy
from
shit.
up north?
It's not about
I
up
didn't start
north.
liking Fab until like 2016.
Why you wait till John to start asking these questions about people's money?
I'm just asking because he an up
It's
north
okay.
guy. So
No,
you feel
it's
me?
just people I relate to. I can relate to them in some cases. Like
Drea had some Dreas in the club, didn't you?
no,
Oh well.
I was very wholesome, man. So.
But I mean, if I had to drop my Mount Rushmore, I'm probably just gonna do of all time for me right now. For as long as I've been born, I'm probably gonna go Tasha Cobbs, Masha Montano. I'm probably gonna go Drake for sure. Most people who know me know I'm a heavy Drake fan, and dang man, that last
in the last
one-
decade, Nigel.
I don't want to do the decade. I
last
don't want to do the decade.
decade.
No.
You're the only one that went off.
Wait,
No, because
You're the
I'm
only one that went off. Last decade. That's probably why.
Who are
You
the
could have been
first
at
two,
it.
though? Who are the first two? Because I don't know who they are. Who are they?
Tasha Cobbs?
Yes.
She's a
I
gospel artist.
never heard.
Gospel artist.
Gospel artist.
Gospel artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Masha Montano, he's a Caribbean artist. You
Okay.
feel me?
Soca is the word.
Soca artist.
genre.
That's all
I
I-
say Caribbean because then if I say it, so everybody's gonna be trying to rep their flag. I just want to let Caribbean is one to me. It's one whole, it's
Okay.
one place.
Okay.
Drake when it comes to hip hop for sure, because like I said, me and you've had plenty of Drake conversations.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know what? And I have to go with this one, Michael Jackson. There it is.
Yeah, I love that.
There
right?
it is.
I
That's
love
cool.
There
That
it
is
is.
nice.
That's my Mount Rushmore right there.
That's.
the-
I mean.
Tasha, Mike, Drake, Marshall.
Yeah,
Bam,
Jay.
there it is.
Boom.
MJ.
Now we
There
all
it is.
feel just like crap. We just did it all on hip hop, and I would have had some great just random.
No, it's okay. It's
When I
okay.
got
He
the-
wanted to stick
Oh,
out.
good.
Let
When
him
I got
stick
the email, I wasn't told we had to be in a decade. I walked in and now
The
it's
email.
2020.
It's the details.
The
out.
email.
He got the email.
He threw the email in there.
I mean, I'm just saying. But
Nah, I think our whole lineup is, you know, it all
It's all solid.
relates to what we like and shit. You know what I'm saying? And of course, these artists, like they got us through high school. They got us through middle
there's
school.
so
Yeah,
many situations.
yeah.
so many-
So it's like-
and that's why I attached to, like you said, these artists because they got us through so many situations. Let me ask you guys
Yeah.
this. Do you guys feel like the artists you guys named, they've matured like
Crazy.
Yes.
Agreed.
through their career?
Agreed.
Drake,
Yeah, I was about to
Drake,
say.
Drake for definitely a great example because, and I'm gonna go to Jay-Z after, but like Drake definitely because he started off as that
He got a lot of up north niggas. I feel some type of way.
emotional like lover boy, you know, that hopeless
okay,
romantic, and then
uh-huh.
as he was getting older or like getting better or whatever, however you want to label it, he
up
started to
his-
change like to where like I'm the best in the game now, like bitches want to fuck with me now, I'm not fucking with them.
And that's why I
You see
put
what
him
I'm
on
saying?
my. That's why I put him on
Exactly.
Mount Rushmore because it's like, yo, it's no cap.
It's like
So
yeah,
why,
cap.
why is Kendrick on your Mount Rushmore?
Kendrick, because he's my #1 favorite artist, and I can relate to Kendrick and
Okay,
with
okay.
something with like how do your mind works. Like
only
one
ask
of Kendrick's line was like,
it's deep life.
it's the universe works mentally, and
It
like
does.
so everything that he's been rapping about since he got in the game, or you know, since before, like I know it
No,
relates
he's
to.
Ken's a heavy Kendrick guy. He's been trying to put me and my sister on for a while. It's not that I don't like him. I like some of his music. It's just that I'm not like sold yet. Does that make sense? Like you know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy
I think
a Kendrick album.
personally, I think To Pimp a Butterfly was his best work
Oh
for me.
man.
To Pimp a
Section
Butterfly.
80.
To Pimp a
Section
Section 80.
Section 80. Butterfly
Come
was
on.
his best work.
Section 80.
Only because he
Alright.
just like he jumped out of Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City, and he went to something completely.
Good Kid, Mad
different.
City was
I
pretty
think
good.
I think it was great to show his versatility.
I
That's
would
just me.
I would disagree. I don't think he went any different route when he went from Good Kid, Mad City. Well, Section 80, a lot of the mixtapes prior, Good Kid, Mad City, and then To Pimp a Butterfly. We've always seen this artistic side
Always.
of Kendrick, and that's what I
No,
enjoy.
I'm not talking about the certain artistic. Everybody knows he's artistic. Like we know that. I know that. But as far as like what he was talking about, I felt it was a lot deeper meaning towards it. You know what I'm saying? Before it was like Section 80. I felt like, matter of fact, Good Kid, Mad City was more like the typical kid, the typical urban kid in California going through some things like, oh yeah, what set
But
you
then
from?
talking
You know
about
what I'm
the
saying?
system,
And something like that, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like this, like To Pimp a Butterfly, it was completely different. I mean, it's the same thing, but it's like a complete different route. It threw everybody off when it first came out because everybody was anticipating it. I think a writer was saying that he had sampled an old 70s track. I can't really remember what there was, but he was saying like, if nobody likes that track, then he shouldn't be in the rap game. Like I forgot what it was. I think
It's probably
it's-
I.
He's a
King
legend.
Kunta.
Oh,
That's
there
what
you
it
go.
was. King
He's a
Kunta.
legend.
That's
He's a
what it
legend.
was.
He's just a
And
legend.
so I was waiting for that track specifically. I wanted to know what it was, and
Man,
I think it was great. That's just
Oh,
me,
that's
my
what's
personal
up.
opinion.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So now another hot thing we do on this show is taking it from the 3-point line straight to the end zone.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna talk about here kind of sort of how sports and music have an influence on the culture, just in what a lot of these athletes do in general, kind of in their free time. I kind of like to say it's because to them it's work. They work for the NFL or the NBA, and then they also look like, hey, I can also be an artist, just like he was mentioning, in a different realm of my life. So they push mainly sometimes to music. The Saints offensive lineman Kyle Turley, he makes rock and roll. Shout out to Kyle Turley.
I just found out on myself.
I just found
It's
out
crazy
today.
as
Found
fuck.
out
Just
as
found
well.
that out today.
That's crazy.
Literally
Shout out to you,
5
Kyle
minutes,
Turley,
I'm
for
gonna have to look at
5
that,
minutes
listen
before
to that.
Who that? Who
before
that?
Chips pressed that button. I didn't know who the hell he was. I was like,
It
Kyle
is
Turley.
crazy.
I didn't even know how to spell his name.
I like
right?
rock and roll, so I'm
true.
gonna have to give that a listen.
But it's a lot of artists that, and it's probably NBA players that do make music, or any other
But they're not
players
that
that
good.
do make music,
Yeah.
that
Only
just
a few.
don't publish it,
Yeah.
or spread it out to expose it to the world and stuff like that. But my whole preference on it, when it comes to wanting to make music, but you play a professional sport,
yeah.
it's like I totally
common thing.
I'm with that, because like who wants to be defined as what everybody wants to just call them.
I feel like music
Only
is
that
your
player.
voice, you know what I mean? And
Exactly.
It's like, you know me just because basketball, but I'm way more than just basketball.
Exactly.
This is my voice
It
outside of the
could,
lines.
it could
you know
release
what I mean?
a lot of artistic flows for an athlete as well.
Agreed.
I know our producer's favorite rapper, he just told us earlier, is on his Mount Rushmore. Jason Bagley that plays for the Sacramento Kings?
No, Marvin.
Marvin. That boy
His
said
face right now is
Marvin
like,
is.
what is
He's like,
He said Marvin Bagley is our
Marvin
shot by
Bagley.
Spencer. Marvin Bagley. Hey, Marvin, if you got a mixtape, you get that to Shot by Spencer as soon as possible.
Actually,
That's
didn't
crazy.
fly
You gotta
Shot by
support him,
Spencer
bro.
out to
That's
come
crazy.
promote and do some videos for
Something.
you.
He's a videographer. He get you
That's
right, boy.
crazy.
But we gotta definitely
Same.
like pay attention to like the best. I feel like he's the best athlete rapper now, like basketball rapper now is Damian Lillard.
Okay.
He definitely got it.
And I am
now.
a very
You see what I'm
big
saying?
Damian
He's
Lillard
like
fan.
he got flows. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I don't
I
listen
agree.
to too much of Dame Dollars' music. Is he like? How is his like? What is he?
If
West
you
Coast?
listen to it, right, it's like it's more like a slight conscious a little bit, but at the same time he's just telling you about himself, like about even before he even got drafted, how he felt when he got
Right,
sent to
right.
college.
Does he
you know what
rap
I'm saying?
about anything that ever goes on like in the court? Like next time I see you on the block.
I mean, he
that's
does.
I mean, he's not that
His
aggressive.
wordplay,
Yeah,
his
he got
wordplay.
he got
Is he-
he's not like
I'm gonna snipe you next pie Paul George. Like you feel me?
Nah, he's not like that. Nah, he's not like that. He's not.
I think
He's
that's
not
the-
looking for
I think that's
war
the one
through
that
that.
Spencer was
Oh,
talking about.
He only he's like more, he's more like a response rapper, like Shaq, for
Okay.
example. Like Shaq,
They did have- they
he
did
had
have.
said what he had said, and so
Mm-hmm.
cause then
Same thing.
he said the same thing. No, it's the truth. No, but
Yeah,
Shaq
yeah,
said something,
fuck up.
so Damian Lillard had to say something, and I felt like it was a great time for him to prove that he could do it. I mean, Marvin Bagley, he
Yeah.
actually he shot some jabs as well, or whoever shot jabs between.
So like
them
when
two.
NBA,
So-
that's what I'm saying. Like when NBA players shoot jazz and they also make music, is it like now we jab them with
On the court,
You feel me?
and
At the
then-
court and like this is the
Probably,
whole.
probably like when they see each other individually.
Yo,
like,
yeah,
yo,
I
I'm
got
about to
way
drop
more
like,
If a
streams
nigga
than you.
diss me in a,
Yeah.
in a record,
like I'm,
and
I'm,
we
I'm
about to play
sure
them, we about to
Marvin's
play
trying
tomorrow.
catch Damian
Exactly.
I'm busting.
Is it like I get more
I'm
buckets
dropping
and streams than
points
you?
on your ass.
Is that what it is? Like I get more buckets and
Yeah.
streams than you?
I'm
or
pretty
I
sure.
get
I'm
more?
pretty sure Marvin's looking for Damian underneath that rim.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
No,
he's,
for real.
he's looking for
sure.
him. Like, you know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? That's it.
I mean, another way we could also say how sports and music has impacted our culture, or just in the
synonymous.
last 10 decades. You mentioned Jay-Z and Drake. They both they have a lot of ties with the NBA. Jay-Z
Heavy
being with the
hip hop,
Barclays Center.
heavy sport.
Yeah, Drake being with the Toronto Raptors.
Ambassador.
You know, he's their ambassador.
Yeah.
So it's like they showed us that outside of what you do, like you said, whether it be an artist or whether you be in the lines of playing a professional sport, you can be so much more than that. And I feel like that's dope. 'cause
Agreed.
it
I
gives
think
Goes back to your point. Yeah.
people like us a chance to open our horizon to more things we can do
Bro, it's
after
crazy.
we've gotten to our pinnacle point, or what most assume that may be.
I even think more like athletes hang around rappers a lot more, or at least it's more. It's captured more when you see like. James Harden hanging out with Meek Mill,
Yeah.
or Travis Scott. You got LeBron James. Obviously, you see LeBron James with Drake and Jay-Z, and
Exactly.
he's
So let me
sometimes
ask
he
you this:
fucking
like the
with-
decade of the '90s, right?
Yeah.
Were artists hanging
I
out
don't think
with,
so.
Like,
I do
with-
not
Well,
think
at least
so.
from-
Well,
from
Michael Jackson
MJ,
used to chill with Jordan.
Okay, but that's different.
You know, that's
okay, well,
different.
I'm talking about maybe like hip hop, rap culture. since
Nah,
you guys
because
were
now
kinda
it's
in that.
social media is on
That's
the,
very
like, the
true. That's the
big,
point you gotta remember.
everything
Social
is
media makes
exposed
us
now,
see
so it's
things a lot
easy to
more.
connect
True.
with. It's easy to connect
Like
with
was
different
Tupac
people. now.
posted up with Dennis? Like, yo,
Possibly.
Yo,
You might
Dennis
have seen
Scott,
some like.
or maybe
It was
he
probably
was
on
I
their
guess,
beeper
on the
back
West
then.
Coast,
It
so
was
maybe
probably
it
their
wasn't
beeper back
Dennis,
then.
maybe it was Derek Fisher, or maybe Matt
I'm-
Barnes.
As far as
or something.
in recent memory, I mean, like as far as I can tell, I don't remember seeing any like cool pictures of like what you said, Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan hanging with each other.
But
Yeah, I've
everybody
seen that,
else.
but I haven't really seen any
That'd
other.
have been dope. That'd be dope.
That would be
No,
cool. But
that'd
as
be
of
dope.
now,
No,
I
any
think it's,
90s,
it's such a common thing.
any
though.
90s rapper that's out right now that was flaming hot when you were in the 90s, if you got like pictures, like forward it to us at our social handle at Tell the Truth Media on Twitter, so we can post it, so we can let the culture know. That'd be dope. That'd
Yeah,
be
that
dope.
would be really
That'd be
cool.
dope.
I mean, I was gonna say you can just hit the Google right there. I'm pretty sure you can find it. It's probably a whole Rolodex of Getty images.
Hey man, listen, he's trying to invite these rappers to see us.
See
man.
us.
That's very
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
And I'm not trying to take that away.
That
I'm
was
not trying to
marketing.
take that
My
away.
bad.
That
That's
was-
all 2020. But you know,
We can talk. We can also talk about like how certain players, like all superstars, at least the well-known players, will always talk about how who they listen to on their playlists.
Very
right?
true.
So like I had mentioned, right, James Harden, he listens to a lot of Meek Mill.
Okay.
Besides hanging out with him, he listens to his music. He listens to Travis Scott because Travis Scott is a Houston native, maybe a Houston legend eventually.
LeBron be listening to
LeBron,
Drake,
Drake,
and
Kendrick, Jay-Z. You
Okay.
got Russell
Pause.
Westbrook. He loves Lil Uzi and Nip. It's a lot of things.
yeah.
Russell, you need to stop
funny.
listening to Uzi before games. That's why you're playing.
I mean, hey, let him
Now
sneak
I
out.
do what I
think
want.
he I think he
Now
also,
I
he,
do what I want.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nah,
He came
yeah.
out with that commercial commercial too. He came out with that commercial. He even came out with the recent commercial.
But
with
I think
Nick.
the whole music
Go listen to a rapper who's more hungry. Go listen
I
to,
think-
you feel me? I don't know, Roddy Ricch or something. Roddy Ricch. Uzi ain't it, bro. Uzi ain't it.
But I think the music culture just has a big influence on life in general.
Yeah.
And being
Yeah.
that
Besides
sports,
the
music in
being
general,
that
yeah.
sports is now the forefront of social media all the time, and these artists are out here like, marketing. It's
Great.
all
It's
marketing.
two realms
Yeah.
where it's like, people gravitate to these realms, so it's easy, to
Music definitely has like a lot of
it pulls
influence.
people
lot of
together.
influence.
It pulls people together.
And I feel like also too, like certain musicians, they don't. Some of them just don't realize the power that they have. You know what I'm saying? Because music.
Yeah, I
is,
remember you talking about that the
That's
other
what-
day.
And
Yeah.
then
Right?
some
So-
athletes want to make music, and some rappers or people who make music want to
and
do
not even
sports.
and not even about athletes though. Sometimes about even from past them, us regulars. You know what I'm saying? Even to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that they rap about.
Us regulars.
Kids, us regulars.
I
We're
was
regular
gonna say, I
dudes.
am not.
Crazy.
We're regular dudes.
We ain't regular.
I just
We
told the
ain't
truth
regular.
about that. I just told the
Crazy.
truth. I
I'm
just
telling
told the
the
truth.
truth.
About
I'm
that.
not.
All I'm saying is I'm telling the truth as in where are we making any
Us
major
all.
moves?
All right,
We-
so bet that.
we're,
How about this?
we're regular individuals, but we have
Us all.
talent.
Us
But
all.
let's get past that. I'm just saying rappers or musicians in general have a heavy influence.
Very,
You know what I'm saying?
Very much agree.
From sports athletes all the way down.
It's
you
true.
know? So it could be a good thing, but also a bad thing. Sometimes
Yeah.
they need to realize that as well. Like there's a
Going
lot
straight
with
to the
that.
end zone, tell the truth, Rashard. If you're about to get in your car right now, who's the first person you're gonna listen to? Right
Roddy
now,
Ricch.
today.
Roddy Ricch.
All right.
Roddy Ricch or Baby King?
All right, bet.
Baby King.
You get in the car right now, who's the first person you're probably gonna listen to?
Dang, probably gonna play the baby.
All right, okay, the baby. We got Roddy Ricch,
Yeah, huh?
the Queen Baby, and Shard. You get right now.
Jordan.
About to skate. Who you about to play?
You say Shard?
I'm so sorry.
He did say Shard.
I did. My
It's
bad.
on
My bad.
camera.
My bad. Hey, beloved
Be
JR.
what?
Beloved JR.
Does it have
if
to be-
you get in the whip right now, who you about to listen to?
Does it have to be hype? Like
Just
hype
in
music?
general,
Whoever.
who you about to
You
listen
get in
to?
the car
Like,
after
you get in
this?
the car.
I mean,
I'm about to go
he
listen.
stole mine, like Baby Keem, but
Okay.
'cause I
don't
really
even-
fucking
Baby,
never
baby,
listened
that
to
nigga
that.
go hard.
Baby Keem, but if not, since he took it, like I said from my Mount Rushmore, it's most likely Fab.
Okay.
Out of those Mount
So
Rushmore,
right now
most
you
likely
pop
Fab.
out. We about to hear "Summertime."
Summertime Shootout 3,
Okay.
definitely. I'm definitely popping that. Cold Summer.
Okay.
You gotta hear that track.
You asked us the question, well, not for you. You jump in your
definitely.
I'm
whip.
probably, and this is not somebody on my Mount Rushmore, but right now I've been
You hopping
sliding
into
to
it?
So Much Fun, so I'm probably gonna play some Young Thug.
Surf.
You feel me?
Surf.
Hey,
Yeah, his
surf,
new
thug.
music is lit. I mean, not
Slide
new
music.
music.
Yo,
New album.
he's
His new album.
Next to go on my Mount Rushmore.
He's sliding. I
If
can't
they could
lie.
chisel, if they
He's
could chisel
sliding.
extra space, yeah.
Yeah.
He's sliding.
Well, that's the
If they
question.
could chisel, yeah. If they could like,
Now it presents my two-part question, right?
Yeah.
Now the question was, you asked if we jumped in our car. Now a lot of us play sports. A lot of us
yes.
play basketball.
yeah.
Now when you are about to go into game mode,
Crazy.
Okay.
Hype music.
who do you listen to?
It's crazy. It depends. It depends. Because I could turn up to hype music, so it depends. And everybody nowadays make hype music and stuff like that. So I can listen to,
So that's
of
true.
course, the Baby, Lil Baby.
There's a lot of babies out here.
There's a lot of, a lot of Lil
Baby?
that you
No,
can
I'm
turn
kidding.
up to before, But I don't know. It's just hype.
That's hard to
Give me
say
Give me in my
because
zone.
I'd probably stick out. To
Who
be
would
honest.
you- who would
'Cause
you-
sometimes game day,
Pre-game,
like game day,
game day, we're taking
I'm,
shots.
I'm sticking out. It's not even gonna be hip hop. I'm just gonna go straight R&B with it, bro.
I want to hear
You'll
this.
catch me listening to Brian McKnight, man.
You want to hear Brian McKnight while you
On a
take
game day.
Why do you think it's so
Lay up
true?
drill to Brian McKnight?
What I'm trying to figure out
Straight
is
up.
why is he attacking you?
That's what
You
I'm
are
saying.
getting in your zone.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I said.
I'm
My
listening
fault.
to him. I'm gonna
fault.
stick out. I'm gonna just stick out, bro. Like I like to listen to because
it.
it
It's not an
gets me
attack.
smooth. It gets me
It-
like
that
it gets
just
me
threw
good.
out my
Like you know what I'm
rocker.
saying.
I get you.
Now if I'm really angry before a game, then I'm gonna definitely. But I'm very.
I think you should still try the R&B too.
Yeah, right. Maybe
Still
maybe some Trey songs, right?
You
Man,
know?
I wish so.
Mellow him out, man. Mellow him out.
But nah, like-
yeah.
But if I'm like coming with a purpose, then I'll probably listen to somebody hip hop. But if it's regular,
Yeah,
which I really am,
We're all
I'm
gonna
just-
be on the team.
yeah, regularly.
You listening to
Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight.
Who you listening to?
I gotta
need
hear
you
the
to be-
switch sound. I gotta hear the switch sound. Oh,
Settle.
everything.
all
of
of this
it.
stuff.
Who you going to jam to?
I
Who you
mean,
jamming to?
for me, it very much depends on like what's the environment I'm walking into. But I'm probably gonna be listening to some Big Crit. I'm probably gonna be listening to
That's good.
a lot of Future. A
Yeah,
lot of
Future is heavy on mine.
Future, yeah.
I'll probably go Future because, like, yeah, most of the time, you guys know when I play basketball, I got the headphones. A lot of the time, it is Future. I have to take that because
But-
it's like
You
you
going
get
for it?
that trap music going. It puts you in a certain zone, and it's like, all right, now I can work. You feel me? I feel like I'm
yeah.
working now, like I'm grinding. Every possession is a. Feel me? You guys know how I like to play basketball.
Yeah, I feel it.
All possessions matter, so
Yeah, no, I feel it.
trust me.
Like that show that you
I
did with the
know.
John the other night.
Yo, you just threw.
Yo, because it's like, the other day, like Sunday came down. He said, "Boom!" I was like, "Well, bitch, take that then." Tell Future I said what's up then.
He told me to love my enemies. You feel me? So I'll be right.
Okay.
But if we gonna throw it out to Word on Block, I know you guys definitely were talking about Juice WRLD before we started this.
Yes.
So
yes.
we want to say our condolences to his family first.
Once again, yeah.
Definitely.
Something major that happened to your tribe, and we on Tell the Truth, just like we said, want to take a moment of silence to say we're sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, that's a tough loss, especially at a young age. But I think the bigger conversation, because we're having a lot of talk about music, and I think sometimes, especially in the rap game, hip hop. Don't quote me on which one he falls under. I'm just saying hip hop or rap.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of very controversial interviews that have been popping up about, drug use and rappers.
Yes.
And or artists in general. And it's
Yep.
not just in rap. Let's make that clear. Like we've lost some unfortunate greats because of overdose.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean,
The influence of drug in music. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? So
It's like what I said earlier. Like, these rappers, like, they don't understand, or some rappers don't understand, like, the platform that they're at. It's like whatever you say, you're gonna have a following. They're gonna do, or they want to do what you're doing. So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say example, right? Future, that one track. Used to love that track.
Is that Percocet?
Mask Off.
Mask Off.
Mask
Used to
Off.
love that track, right? But what was part of that
Percocet.
hook? Percocets.
Molly
Molly
Percocet.
Percocets, right? And then what happens?
So y'all really feel like it sends somebody to go outside and get some
Yes,
perks?
yes, it does. Because
Crazy.
it's because
America,
look,
get
listen,
at me. Hit me up on my social handle like you know it.
because everybody's
I feel differently. I don't know.
everybody's not gonna be you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's very
oh yeah,
true.
I know he's just rapping about it. But kids will take that shit literally. They were like, oh, well shit, if that's gonna get me bitches, then why not give me some Oxycontin? I'm sorry I said bitches.
John's
But
being very
as
honest.
far
He's
like,
being
then
honest.
why not?
Kids be 100% solid in who you are. The bitch is gonna come.
And then it just led to that new generation. Go ahead.
Your statement though, you want kids to be very genuine to who they are. I mean, as a kid, I didn't know who I was gonna develop into as an adult, but it very much played into what my circle of influence is. And John, you bring up a great point.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what they hear.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the interview
And
with
it's
academics.
a different generation.
It
Different
is
type
a
of parents
different,
that we
and it's
come
different
from.
times. They're
Yeah.
seeing things that we did see. They're having social media is so intrusive to your
Yes.
life now.
Yes.
They see everything.
So growing up, I like how you said it was inclusive to you growing up as a man, because you don't know who you're gonna be when you're 18. You don't know who you're gonna be when you're 20. 18 and 27, you can be a completely different man. For you growing up, who shaped your environment? Like, who was your artist? Like, yo, man, like, you know.
He should have been on my Mount Rushmore, but I'm giving him an opportunity to come back. Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Okay.
I used to have little like you remember they had the CD players that you would like close and
Yeah.
put
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
side.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
With the CDs, your cord coming up your side, but if
Yeah.
you were smart, you tucked it under your shirt.
I remember
Like it was seamless before Bluetooth.
This had to have
Bluetooth
been middle
before
school,
Bluetooth.
and we didn't. Our parents didn't let us just like go out and buy like
Any
rap
music,
albums or hip hop music.
wasn't-
So we got it bootleg. So
Yeah.
I had a friend. I paid
LimeWire.
$5.
Shout out LimeWire.
LimeWire.
I had
Before
LimeWire.
it got
Wait, wait,
illegal.
I want to hear this.
I paid $5 to a friend, got a bootleg version of College Dropout, had that in the Walkman. We were going to the Aaron C show, it was a school trip, and I bumped that to and from. To this day, I still sit back and listen to College Dropout.
College Dropout was smooth.
I think it
College
was a
Dropout
classic
was
album.
smooth.
I like College Dropout. I think the out of all of Kanye's West albums, I really like Late Registration the most.
I like
And
it.
then comes number 2 is
My
the
Dark
Graduation.
Graduation.
Graduation? No, My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That was a
I feel
really
like,
good
I feel like
album.
it was. I feel like it was
That
a
was
great
a
album.
really great project.
But I feel like it's a great album. But I feel like that was the greatest redemption album for him because he came from that Taylor Swift controversy that he had. That was a great.
But as
redemption
far
album.
as artistry,
If you're asking me
Artistry, yes, it was great.
about Kanye's Mount Rushmore, then Pablo It's definitely gotta
Number
be.
one?
Not number one, but it's
Okay.
gotta be up there.
Oh,
I
I
like
know.
pop. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
man,
Life of Pablo.
Silver Surfer, 30 Hours,
Mhm.
FML.
Yeah, 30 hours ago.
Fran, come on, man. He gave you a
30
lot.
hours.
Yeah, but
Father Stretching My Hands.
Mhm.
You remember when he used to come
He
out
put
with
Panda
freestyle
on
every
and then
Friday?
closed Panda. Trinidad James. He put Trinidad James on and closed him right after that. I'm like, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Feel me? You gotta get him. Hey, that was a really well put together album.
I think so too.
How has hip hop or music kind of influenced you as a young man? Like, how has it shaped your environment? Who were people that you looked up to when you were going through certain situations?
What was John's
Well,
influence?
I'm gonna say like, I was with my dad, right? I was with my dad a lot. Like me and my pops were like inseparable at one point in my life, right? So I would always listen to his music as far as the old school. It could be like Tupac, whatever, Biggie.
That's where
Well, he
R&B came
never
from.
really. No, he didn't really listen to R&B. It was more like
assumption.
hardcore rap, Wu-Tang, things like that.
I can see that.
Wu-Tang,
John's dad is
something
a
like
full
that.
version of him. I can see that.
It was things like that, but I think the ones that stuck out to me more was the members of the Wu-Tang Clan, like Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killer.
What they
Yeah,
did and
Method
stuff.
Man.
You know, Method Man definitely.
Method Man.
You know, those were the type of rappers that really got me into like loving hip hop. It was because of him, because of his ear. So they shaped me to like know what type of music. If I was to ever like dip out and listen to my own type of music from that route, they were definitely the ones that like started the basic foundation for me.
That's super interesting because you literally got like the creme de la creme experience when it came to like having an ear for rap music
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Wu-Tang.
from
Man,
music,
When I would mention, there was a time where I would mention Wu-Tang and some of my friends wouldn't know who they were.
yo, Fifth Chamber.
Right?
What molded me when I was young, it would be like Wiz, Mac Miller,
Oh, rest in
And-
peace to Mac.
and
Rest
Lil,
in
Lil
peace.
Wayne. No
Lil
Simmons.
Wayne was the first concert I
Carrying
ever
the torch.
went to.
Yo,
Wayne
Me
carried
and the
torch.
producer used
Uh-huh.
to be really huge Lil Wayne fans. The first
Uh-huh.
concert I ever went to, my junior year of high school, and the whole time at the concert, I'm like, yo,
Bro.
this man is like the greatest man alive right
Bro.
now. He shut that,
Yo,
you shut down the
crazy.
AAA arena because it was the Carter 3, and you came through and you
That'd
shut
have been a
that shit
hot concert to go
down.
to.
You came through
Yeah.
and shut
Carter
that shit down, dog. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
AAA arena, he came
I think
through and shut Miami
certain
down.
rappers have like great albums, bro. Like there's always gonna be like rappers that always feel like, or when they release like a lot of projects, there's always gonna be certain albums that are gonna connect to us more. Like you know, like
That's very
sometimes
true.
you could always like stick out. Like you just said Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Do you love the Carter 3 out of the whole thing?
Out of all his albums, it's
all his
probably one
albums?
of my favorites, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For me,
The Carter.
me personally, I feel like the Carter 2 was my favorite because that's when he was like, at least in my opinion, like he was just coming out with
Fly in, fly out.
well,
I
the best
understand it.
best
Duffel
rapper
Bag Boy.
alive. He was coming
I
out with that
understand.
shit. Like a lot. The Mob. He came out already gushing out like lyrics as soon as on the first track on the Mob and Carter 2.
And I feel like he influenced culture a lot because when Lil Wayne was hot, everybody had
Everybody had
dreads.
Bitch, he gave us Drake.
Everybody
Yeah,
had
Drake.
dreads.
He gave us Drake, bro.
See, this is the conversation of
Everybody
continuing
had-
like
That's crazy.
successful cycles. We've
Yeah.
watched Lil Wayne pull rappers into play that we had no clue about.
Yep.
And then
Same for
Drake,
Drake
did the
does
same,
thing.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like Drake though is like, I don't know. He said it in his interview like, oh yeah, he lets his artists like make music when they feel like it. But I feel like that's the worst route to go from because now when you think of OVO Sound or OVO Records or whatever, however he labels his records, you just think of Drake. He's the only one that's pushing his own record label. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but then you got Party Next
Somebody
Door. but
hungry
still.
enough will come. Somebody hungry
Hopefully.
enough
I see
will
what you're
come.
saying.
He's just saying, I'm giving you the opportunity to be you. It's up to you.
And that's fine, but I feel like if you're like getting signed to somebody major in this game, like right now, at least right now, wouldn't you want to say, all right, I want to be as big as my boss or bigger than him? Because that was his mindset.
It
when-
depends.
when
That's
Wayne-
why
it's up to them.
Like you said,
that's
it's your
what I'm saying.
mindset.
But
That's your
when,
mindset.
when Wayne brought Drake in, that's what
Wayne
that
had
was
Drake
his mind.
as-
But
That was
that's-
was his mindset. Like,
but that's why you
I
like
want
that
to
she
be
was
I want to
hungry.
be big as Wayne
Yeah, that
and bigger
makes
than
sense.
Wayne
Yeah, that
or
makes
bigger
sense,
than
yeah.
But
Wayne.
not everybody looks at rap that way. Someone's like,
I feel you. I think
Yeah,
it's a mentality.
I need to be
thing.
signed.
I think
Exactly.
it's a
I
mentality.
need to be
Yeah.
signed.
Yeah.
Do you feel like rap, and it doesn't have to be rap, just music in general, puts a level of peer pressure on society in general? Does that make sense? Like, for us, has rap peer pressure kids to want to actually give drugs a shot?
Yep.
Or
I think
for
so.
Yeah.
whatever was popping in the 80s, whether it be dance hall, techno,
Booty bass
whatever.
music. Come on, now we in
You feel me?
Miami.
Did that peer
Tootsie
pressure
Roll.
people to do certain
I
things?
think it
I
has-
wouldn't use the
I
word
think it
peer
has
pressure.
something to do with it, and this is what we.
Well, I guess peer pressure is a bad word. You're right.
I would use influence.
Did it influence them to
Influence,
yeah.
act out of character?
Because think about this, right? Let's think about like some of the moments in history where like certain genres of music started going real crazy. Hip hop came out of like the late 70s and 80s.
Yep.
If you were living in some of the other areas of the world or even the US, you didn't hear about it until it started literally getting on the airways, and it was like crack to people.
Run DMC
Yeah.
was one of the
And then-
forefathers. Sugar
Yeah.
Hill Gang was part
Yeah.
of the forefathers.
And then you look at other examples, like we live in Miami, we've got Booty Bass here, like that encouraged a whole wave of culture of
I think somebody made it like
Is
to the
Trick
point where
Daddy
albums
like considered booty based music? Because he definitely was.
no more like Uncle
He had
Luke.
them shaking the booties. You feel
I think
me?
somebody. I think. I
Uncle
think,
Luke did have them.
I think the
old
first
school,
Florida
yeah.
rapper made it to the point where certain albums had to be
They
labeled
still play
as
Uncle Luke.
parental.
That's Uncle Luke.
Yeah, because I'm like I'm trying to finish, and this
But
man's
it
like
was-
still like and I'm like yo.
No, I'm sorry.
I get
He
it.
said Uncle Luke. I was like, yo, Uncle Luke.
I get it.
is-
He was the one, right?
He was the one. So,
That's what I'm saying, so-
Side history fact for
I
those
never
who
been to
didn't
a
know.
party they played Uncle Luke.
There was a time in the rap game though where it was like, you know, having explicit lyrics was frowned upon. But
Oh yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
just a regular thing now.
yeah, but
They even try to ban it.
that was the
government was
situation.
trying to ban
that
it.
was very much the
A
situation.
lot of racist.
Well, it was
try to
interesting because it was like
ban
this,
NWA.
this music comes out of Miami. I mean, you've got kids out in the suburbs up north. They're just like, I've never heard anyone say these words.
About women or like
On-
about sex.
Yeah.
like, illustrating like,
And then
that.
just
They don't listen to music.
White parents. Let me not say
So it's our
white
fault.
parents just
It's
want. No.
Florida's
I don't want to say it's no one's fault.
Florida's fault.
We got-
started.
Florida came out with that,
Everything
and then it
Florida
spread out.
between New York and then it just slowly started. Then now it's in Carolina. You feel me?
Now it's in Cali. Now it's
Charlotte
in Texas.
is slowly starting to ratchet and spread, man.
It's in Dubai now.
I know we always like seriously, all jokes aside, guys. We always mention, I guess, kind of the negatives of how music has influenced the community.
Yeah.
Can any of you guys think of any positives?
Oh, of course.
How music has
There's a
influenced
lot
the
of artists we definitely
Every
need to
day.
shout out that have been great influences in our community. And rest in peace to Neighborhood Nip. That's one great
Nip,
example
yes.
of
R.I.P.
an artist that is like has given you more than just music. It's given you more than just, you know, a persona of gang life.
A
but
business mogul.
A business
A
mogul.
business mogul, a very
man.
inspirational
Shout out Nip,
speaker
man.
sometimes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
marathon.
He was. I think he's regarded to be as the great. Like as far as even behind his music, he'll even rap about it. Like you want to get your, you want to get your money up, you gotta like go all in. Besides, his pun would be, the pun would be all money in his record label, right?
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
but like it would be very offensive, and I'm just gonna say it because like excuse my language, but fuck Whack 100 for saying what he said.
For sure.
All right.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Because like to say
At
like
Whack
he's not a
100.
he's not he's not a legend. Like, musically, he says that he's not a legend. Overall, he is a legend because even before he died, he was still on the.
I'd like to know why
billboards.
Wax said that. Deadass.
Because he said musically he wasn't
No,
a
I
legend.
mean, I gotta do my
because-
research.
Like
and
he said,
look into it.
he said like all right, yeah.
I just
Nip
wanna
had
know
a
his
good album,
perspective. Yeah.
but he felt like
Good album?
like he had a good album, but it wasn't like a legendary status.
Maybe he's looking at it from the standpoint
Because-
like if Nip didn't die.
Yeah,
would
that's
this
what he said.
album
That's
have-
what he said,
But
and
you
I
didn't-
completely agree with it. But at the same time, if we're gonna move outside of music as well, what did he do for his community? What did
Yeah,
he do for people,
yeah,
millions
yeah.
of people listening to his music
Understood.
or listening to what he had to say overall? It doesn't even have to be. Overall, he's just gonna be a legend, no
Okay.
matter what.
I understand that.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
understand
A
that.
legend.
He's a
Just,
king in his tribe. I
just
got
the
that. I got
just
that.
the label legend just
Many
covers
tribes,
everything.
Many
Yeah.
tribes.
You know what I'm saying?
The man's memorial lasted for weeks.
You had Bloods
You
crying
don't
over you.
do
As a
that.
Crip
That
gang
doesn't-
member, you had Bloods, all opposite
happen.
gang members crying for you.
That doesn't
the
happen
mirror
if you're
crying
just
for you.
an
You know what I'm saying?
average artist. If you're
No,
just
I
a regular
got
artist,
you.
you
He
don't
just-
get this kind
he
of
just
love.
did shit.
People
Deeply
were
tied into the
flying out of the
community.
country to
He
come
made sure Mount
pay
He
their
did shit in
respects.
front of the mic and behind the mic. So,
Yeah.
So anybody like LeBron.
Standout guy, exactly. He's just a
Anybody
standout
want to
guy.
think
And
LeBron
it's-
not the best, but if you look at what he does on the
outside,
court, and
off the
outside
court,
it's
what he does
like,
for Ohio,
you gotta
and now
look,
what
we
he
gotta
does for
really
LA.
like,
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah,
too.
they make like very big impacts.
Who else do
Very
you guys?
big
I
impacts.
know you guys said Nip. Do you?
Chance
the rapper. Yeah.
Chance the
Yo, shout
rapper.
out Chano. Chance.
Chance, I know you're not doing your tour. I, as a fan, I still appreciate and love you, and I can't wait for you to come back.
I
just
like
wanna put
Acid
that
Rap.
out there. That's it.
That's it.
That's the only thing I like.
I like Chance.
That's the only
I like
thing.
Chance too.
I like the first one. What is it? Good Ass Job. That was that.
Out of
that song
anybody on
hooked
your
me.
Mount Rushmore, are you like fluent with anything they've done community positive wise? Any way they've? I'm just asking.
I would
'cause
say I'm just thinking.
I'm sure all
I
rappers
would
do
think
something positive. But
Kendrick, of course. Kendrick, of course, because he still does shit with the community. He got shit with Nike.
yeah,
He does. The
got-
Cortezes.
man,
Yeah.
like,
I want a pair.
he really.
I love his
Yeah.
business line. Kendrick, I mean, just a lot of these artists in general,
Yeah.
like their business lines. They get like, hey, I make music too, but I can definitely branch out
Jay-Z
into other things.
should definitely be one of the top.
He's the
That is your
trailblazer.
example. That is your
Yeah,
like,
he's the
he's-
trailblazer.
he's
for
right
that.
in the
Yeah.
Bible
and then,
on like.
and then he's like, also like just part
I'm
of the-
sure Jay-Z does
part of
tons
the
of
movement.
amazing
Can we
things in
just
the
talk
community. I just
about
don't
that?
personally know
Can we
them.
just dive into like the dynamics of like a Jay-Z from the time the industry or people started hearing about him till now? The man
Yeah,
was-
because he had a great evolution.
Yeah,
I think
great
he was the best at
think in
like
our
keeping up
decade
with the
alone,
times.
I agree.
As far as
The
like
last
flow,
decade alone, did he drop like what 3 albums?
I think so.
If we include the
He had
Carter,
4 for 4. He had Blueprint 3.
Blueprint 3, 4 for
He
4,
had,
and he had the album with Kanye West.
He had the album with Kanye
Watch
West.
the Throne.
Yeah, Watch the Throne. He
and
had
the
he had
Carters.
many, the
There's
Carters.
album
That was
with
in the
him and his
last
wife.
decade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Watch the
and
Throne.
he had what is
Miss
it?
Carter thing.
Not Miss Carter. The
The Carters.
The
Yeah,
Miss
yeah,
Carters.
yeah,
No,
Crazy.
he's got
4 for 4.
4 for 4. No, I'm talking about. I can't remember the exact name of the album, but it's
His-
the one with the gray cover. It's the
Oh,
statue.
Magna
Holy
Carta.
Magna Carta.
Holy
Yeah,
Ma-
yeah,
Ho- Ho-
Magna
Holy-
Carta.
I was thinking of
Holy
something.
Grail.
another
Magna
one,
Carta
too, yeah.
Holy Grail.
Was that the
Yeah.
one? That was when I was released like to like Samsung users or something like
Yeah,
that.
and he
think
got
that was
like
the
a
first
million
one.
the first day.
Yeah.
He got 1 million sales the first day.
When that
I
album
think he
dropped,
I think
dropped.
that's when he started
when
with
that album dropped, that's when I was
Spotify.
like, yo, I
He
really
did-
like Jay-Z.
Mm,
I liked him
no.
before,
No,
but I
right?
really liked him
Okay,
then.
never
I really
mind.
liked
Well,
him.
then again, I could be wrong.
Mhm.
But he's a big business mogul. He sets up a lot of like
Mhm.
business opportunities. He's
Yeah.
way into the movement as far as like black culture. I mean, he made that controversial moves so far about the NFL. Like he wanted to do something with that. I don't.
I hope he
I'm
gets
trying to
into it.
remember that
I
too.
hope he
And
gets
I
into
know
it.
there's
A
an
lot of
involvement with the
controversy for
NFL.
that, but besides all of that recent chit chat, like as far as business wise, he's like a genius.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
and to see him like evolve from his Dope Boy days, from what he would rap about, like
Yeah.
delivering bricks,
Yeah.
to living the lavish life.
He lived
to,
that life.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm the greatest rapper alive.
I
to
think that's what's
now
dope is like he
he's
actually
giving you
lived the
to,
life out of what he was doing. Yeah.
to now he's already giving you advices on how to be
How to be a
successful.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
How to
giving
be a married man.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
got out of the mud.
So major shout outs to Jay-Z. Yo, once again, these are your boys from Tell the Truth Media. We want to say thank you for tuning into our YouTube segment. We hope you guys loved it.
Follow us.
Once again, make sure you hit that like button, then hit that subscribe button. Get it as Thursday, every Thursday. We're releasing 11 a.m. All right, guys.
All right, y'all.